And thanks for tuning in to TaDa Childcare's Childcare CEO Academy. It's me, Miss Davy, the owner and CEO of TaDa Childcare and the founder of the Childcare CEO Academy. So let's get into it. What are we talking about today? Today, I am just popping in because it is the last day of school before the holiday break. So, I just wanted to talk to you all about different things that are very important to do before you close your childcare down for the holiday break. Things to do to just make things smoother, being closed for those couple weeks, as well as making things easier when you come back and open back up on January 6th. So, the first thing that I did is the same thing that I do every day at the end of the day, which is pulling the trash out of the diaper genie. I'll just walk over and I'll show you. This is my diaper genie. And so the brand is Decor, Dekor. And so you can get the diaper genie on Amazon. I mean, I call it a diaper genie. It's not like the diaper genie brand. It's the Decor brand. But anyway, I got it on Amazon, and you can get the refillable bags. And when you put it on there, you put it on like a wheel, and you put as many diapers as you can in there. And then when it gets too full or whatever, what you do is you pull it out, you cut the bag, and you tie it, and you can continue to just fill up those diapers. And you, when you cut it off, you throw it out. So that's the first thing that I do at the end of my day, and then I sanitize the little diaper disposal or whatever you want to call it. I call it a diaper genie once again, but it's not the diaper genie brand. So I wipe it off and sanitize the unit itself. I take the bag out and take it out with the trash. And then I clean and sanitize the changing table as well as the bassinet and the pack and play and all of that jazz. I shut the heat off. The child care area runs on a different heating system than the rest of the house. So I make sure that the heating system and the air unit is off. I make sure that all electronics are unplugged, and I put the safety outlet covers on, which I see this one is not in. So I'm just going to pop that in right now while it's on my mind. I put all of the outlet covers on all of the outlets. And then I just began to wipe down the surfaces of my tables. This is the table that I have in here right now. It's only one setup right now because I don't have a lot of preschool age children. I have mostly infants now. So I sanitize the table and the chairs, and I set the chairs up in the corner. So as you can see, the table is clean. The board was cleaned off, and then I started brainstorming on things that I can do to improve the child care business for the next year. So I kind of brainstormed on the chalk side as far as different concepts that I would like to teach in the month of January, which is Kwanzaa, and about Martin Luther King. So I wrote that on the board. And on the other side of the dry erase board, I just started writing down marketing strategies that I have for the upcoming year. On one side of the dry erase board, I drew a line in the middle. And then I started writing down professional development ideas that I have so I can start budgeting for my professional development for the upcoming year. The blue chairs are behind the easel. They're stacked up. The art area has been organized and everything. My husband is the art teacher, so he will come out here and do an art lesson with the children like twice a week. Of course, they can utilize the art materials throughout the week and throughout the day during, free play time. But he does come out here and he does a more formal art lesson once or twice a week with the children. So he organized the art area and relabeled it. So now it's more organized in that part of the room. We have artwork up for the pregnancy loss support group that we host here at TaDa Childcare. Our meetings are virtual, but we do all of the behind the scenes stuff for the support group here in the classroom as well. So right now, I'll just show you the TaDa Cares Foundation Pregnancy Loss Support Group. We make artwork using the baby's footprints and handprints, and then we put little cute stickers on them. We paint the canvas and all of that. And then if someone has had a pregnancy or infant loss, then we'll ask them the name of their baby, or we'll put baby and then the last name. Like, for example, my husband and I, we have experienced 2 pregnancy losses. So we can put baby Castleberry on here, for instance, and then we would ship this or hand deliver it if the person is local. And then they'll have some baby memorial artwork. So that's what we do. We like to create memorial pieces for people that have experienced pregnancy and early infant loss. So this is what we do here at the TaDa Cares Foundation. And we do that here sometimes during the school day. Once again, we need to use the children's handprints and footprints and things. But then a lot of times when we do like our support group on the first Monday of the month, every month, then we'll do it after the children leave. I close at 5. So once the children leave, I do my sanitizing routine, and then I'll start getting my notes together to start that virtual support group in Google Meets. So if you go to our Facebook page, you'll see a link in the bio to that pregnancy loss support group, and you can click it and you'll see all of the events. And so the events are virtual meetings and Google Meets for the pregnancy loss support group. So that's every first Monday at 6 p.m. Anyway, getting back on track. So those are some of the things that I do before I shut down for the week, and at this point for the year until January 6th. So I'm just making sure all of the baby memorial art is set up in the area where I have designated in here. And I'll show that to you really quickly too. So I have a designated area for all of the baby memorial artwork. So on the windowsill of the art area is where we keep that artwork. And so the piece that I just showed you, I have it over here so I can put it back in its spot, and you'll see pretty much for TaDa Cares Foundation, that is the baby memorial artwork set up over here. And then of course I have my Christmas decorations. I have some hanging from the ceiling. And then we have like a poster for the pregnancy loss support group over here as well. So just making sure that everything is where it's supposed to be. I have this camera. It's like a little mini Instacam, I think is what it's called, Instacamera. I need to take that and get it fixed actually, but I keep it there hanging on the doorknob so the children can just get it when they want to, and feel free to take pictures because photography is a part of art. So that's why that camera is close to the art area. This is the infant setup here. We have the changing area, and I sanitized and cleaned the changing table and took out the diaper bags and all of that stuff like I was telling you earlier, and sprayed this down with some bleach water spray. I let it dry, and then I sprayed it with some disinfectant spray again. I have the wipes, the little nose bub, tissue, paper towel, the elf on the shelf, gloves and diapers all set up right here. So that's my little setup. So I made sure that I had everything that I needed cleaned and organized and ready to start. When I come in here on January 6th, there shouldn't be anything for me to do but get started. And then I made sure I organized the books over here in our book nook. Right now, the rug is flipped up because when my dog comes in, he has muddy paws. And our rug is a very light color. And there's already a few paw prints on it. So it has to get shampooed again. But this is our little book nook. So just making sure the books are all organized. I flipped through each book, each page of each book on the shelf to make sure none of the pages were ripped or anything. And I rotated some of the books out. Some of the books stay on the shelf just because they're some of the children's favorite. That's my dry erase board to stay on track throughout the week. And sometimes I write the menu up there too. And this is the block area for the children. So just making sure, once again, I'm checking all of the toys, making sure nothing's broken, everything's clean. I soaked all of the toys. I dried them off and put them all back where they're supposed to go. So that's what I do when I get ready to shut down. Looking for these tiny little shapes all around the classroom is a pain sometimes, but that's a part of, closing down and making sure everything is where it's supposed to go. So like these are the people toys, making sure all of the people are in here and there are no animals or cars in here. So that's that, making sure all of the baby doll toys the baby doll clothes are there. We have animals, and that being animals, cars. I don't know why my phone keeps telling me that my orientation needs to be switched, but whatever reason. So that's what I do. I clean up. I do a deep cleaning and soaking of all of the toys. I spray them all down. I put everything in its spots. I pull the trash in the diaper bag. I make sure that the emergency bag has everything that it needs. And I make sure that the garage door is closed and the garage door opener is locked. So that way it won't open or anything while we're not home during the school break. So those are some things to check before we close for the holiday break. Now, another thing that I do is I check my snack drawer down here. I keep my snacks down in a drawer underneath. And so I just check and make sure there's nothing expired. And so that's something that I did not do today. So I'll probably do that at some point, maybe on Monday. But I have to check and make sure nothing is expired. And if it is, I'll throw that out and get new snacks when it's closer to us to reopen. And I vacuum the floor so that way the carpet is fresh. The carpet just got shampooed, so it's fine. And I wipe down all of the surfaces. And so, like I said, I just, check all of the decorations around the classroom, making sure none of the labels are falling off so I can replace those labels. I soak and sanitize all of the toys and surfaces and changing areas and make sure the toys are put away. I make sure all the daycare dishes, like these little Paw Patrol bowls with the little straw. These are cereal bowls. The kids love it. They like to use the straw for their soup too. And I have the little Sesame Street sippy cups. They come in all colors with different characters. And I just put them in the dishwasher and then I put them back over here in the dish bin. And so everything is set for when we come back to school. So the heat's not on out here because we're officially closed. So I'm freezing, but I just wanted to pop in and talk about closing for the holiday. Now, two things that are not classroom specific to getting ready for the holiday. Of course, checking your files and making sure everything is up to date for each student. I keep my files behind the TV. So that's my file area, my admin area, where I keep all the student files and all of my forms for everything. Field trip forms, whatever kind of form you need, it's back there. And so I just make sure that it's all organized. I check payments and make sure we're not missing any payments before we file taxes. So that way we can send invoices out for that. I check the soapy water bottle. This needs to get refilled. The plain water bottle and the bleach water bottle. And I make sure I have disinfectant spray as well. And then I check bubbles because a lot of the children like to see bubbles. So make sure that we have enough bubbles. The bottle warmer is over here. It's unplugged and it's tucked back. And all of the chargers for the laptop and tablet and everything is put away. The outlet covers are on. All of the cabinets and things are organized with all of the supplies we need. I do a supply inventory and make sure that I'm not running low on any classroom supplies for the children or any admin things like office supplies for me. And so I have all the sticky notes I need. I'm a sticky note girl. I love sticky notes. I have enough ink pens. I have enough paper and ink for the printer. And there are no broken toys that need to be replaced. I just added chopsticks to the kitchen area for cultural diversity. And also I am trying to collect more local restaurant menus for the kitchen area because the children like to play restaurant a lot. And there was one day they found some papers laying around in my admin area and they were bills. And they grabbed the bills and they had them all spread out across the table. And I turned my back for 1 second to answer the phone. And I turned back around. I said, friends, why do we have my bills spread out across the table? And they said, there are menus. So I said, okay, the children need menus. So make sure you keep your administrative things up high enough where the children can't reach. That these were school-age children, by the way, and they obviously had a growth spurt. So they were able to get to my papers and things. But anywho, just making sure that all of your paperwork and pertinent information is in a place where the children can't get to them. Making sure you have everything you need in your emergency bag restocked, your office supplies restocked, replacing any broken toys or torn books, and making sure that you are stocked up on diapers, diaper genie bags, paper towel, tissue, and all of those things, cleaning supplies. So that way you don't even have to think about it when you come back from winter break. Even if you're not leaving the house or out of town for the holiday, enjoy your holiday. So that was my classroom spiel about going on break, the administrative portion, and now I'm going to talk about personal. Something that is not classroom specific about going on break is letting yourself be on break. Don't come out to the classroom area. If you are a family child care provider like me and you're running your daycare out of your home, stay out of the area where you run the daycare and just stay in the house and enjoy your time off. I was told that today, and so this is the last time I'm going to be in here on the break. So I will see you all after the new year. So Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, enjoy your break. We deserve it. So childcare CEOs, take your childcare hat off and just be free and enjoy your family for the holiday. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time, peace. I'm sure I don't know what happened with the camera. I had it set to where I can hold the phone horizontally and it keeps telling me to hold it vertically. So hopefully this video is not sideways. If it is, I'll just delete it and re-record it, which means I have to come back in the classroom on the break. But anyway, enjoy your break. And there's no heat out here, so I'm cold. So I am going to get off, but have a great time. Happy holiday.